another episode of Sports Show for sure. In this episode, we give you what we call Premier League midweek is coming on your way, and hey, we give you prediction analysis and everything pertaining to midweek Premier League. It's so exciting, guys. And we'll actually go into player performance as well. This is something we always give you at this episode for sure. And hey, sports news that are interested. Copa de la Real semi-finals are also coming on your way, and also Italia Cup is also semi-finals also coming on your way, and we go into details of everything pertaining sports. There are few transfers actually going around in the market, and we'll be going detail into that one as well. If you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Joining me today is the aspect of prediction. Yes, the aspect of analysis. Eddie Murphy is here with me, and also Nana Kwame will be joining us in few minutes for sure as we give you more into details for sure. Hey, let me know what you really think, and hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Eddie, Wednesday or tomorrow, Tuesday, Premier League coming on your way, Copa del Rey, and also Italia Cup is actually coming. And what do you make up of tomorrow? Like, what is really gonna happen? Because a lot of games coming on you. Before we go into individuals games, as Chelsea will be facing Southampton away from home.
Welcome back to Ashili Sports. I would say good evening once again to our fans. We are excited to witness a midweek, such a midweek fixtures. There are a lot of tough matches. As you said, the Copa del Rey semi-final, the Copa Italia. There are a lot of games, interesting games. Madrid playing against Real Sociedad. Barcelona taking on Atletico de Madrid. And also some interesting games also in the Premier League as well. So yeah, we are excited. We are excited to probably witness such interesting games.
Yeah, we are excited to witness such interesting games, guys. And hey, let me know what you really think. Let me know your opinions and suggestions because hey, it's just gonna be wutu, and let's go. Eddie, tomorrow is going to be games that are going to be coming on tomorrow Premier League for sure. Games the likes of Brighton going playing at home or yeah, American Sports Stadium for sure. American Express Stadium against Bournemouth. So Brighton, Bournemouth will be playing. We have Crystal Palace also hosting Aston Villa, and Wolves hosting Fulham, and Chelsea hosting Southampton. Chelsea side that we are actually going to start with because we all know Chelsea for the past three games have not been able to win their game. So going into this game against Southampton, who are at the bottom of the league table, and there are a lot of crisis in Chelsea team at this moment because I just don't understand why they are not winning trophies in this moment. Eddie, take us through that game. What do you make up of that game, and what should we expect in that game?
This game particularly should be a milestone for Chelsea and also a comeback, like a turning phase for Chelsea. For 2 or 3 games now, Chelsea have been able to register or pick up all the 3 points. And playing against the side Southampton, who are at the bottom of the table, is a good sign for Chelsea that Chelsea should probably do everything in the
Within their
Stamford
power.
Bridge. Yeah, I understand. The Chelsea will play at home, so Chelsea have the advantage, to probably make it a big win. If Chelsea loses this game, then I can confidently say top 4 spots will be very difficult for Chelsea, and there won't be no Champions League for Chelsea this season. So
There
this is a
will be
must win.
champions.
This is a must win for Chelsea.
Wow. So let's see. This must win for Chelsea. And Eddie, looking at the Premier League table, I think from the 11th position to the first position, anyone could play the top four position rightly. Anyone could play the top four position. So let's see how this is gonna work out because the likes of, but realistically, I think from 10th to the first, anyone can play in the top position. What do you make up of that position? And Chelsea being in the seventh position in that kind of mix up. What do you think is gonna happen here?
Yeah. So let's say from the 10th to the first, anyone is capable of playing the Champions League. But as you said, we have the top four, which are automatically, they are like Liverpool. Automatically, they have their spots. Uh, Nottingham Forest, you know, also there. Newcastle also there. Arsenal there. Manchester City also there. So I think this ones have like the higher percentage of playing the top four. But from the team, as you said, to that position, like Chelsea on the seventh, they are also they have the chances, of playing in the Champions League next season. But it's still open. It's still, for instance, Chelsea is on the seventh position. But what happens if they lose their game tomorrow against Southampton? Then that means they are no more on the seventh position. They'll be dropping points. They'll be dropping. So that's the my strength for them tomorrow. They will win. They will maintain the same position. Or probably they will move to the sixth position. Then you know you know that at least you are still safe. But if dropping, who knows? And now we are the games we have in hand. It's not even up to 17 games. It's not up to
Yeah, yeah.
17 games.
I think it's 13, 14 games
13,
remaining.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's imagine. So if you are losing point against Southampton, and along the line you might also drop points again, then things might be risky for Chelsea. So that's it.
Well, the likes of Nicholas Jackson is still out, and then I think Romeo Lavia is still out, and in the defensive phase we still have Fofana out, and the coach actually has been. My problem is Eddie Chelsea as a club. We knew we have these problems. People, players getting injured. Then on the transfer window, in general transfer window, we still allow players to move out. Uh is there something that is behind this, the board and also the management, or they were just interested in making profit? Because I don't understand why they should be doing that as a club and as a serious club. I don't think they will be doing this. Look at Disasi going to Aston Villa. He has been performing over there, and then the Portuguese international we bought actually also go to Juventus, and he's also performing marvelously over there as well. What's your take on that, Eddie?
If you talk of like squad player depths, Chelsea has that's in the Premier League. Any the academy aspect, the senior side aspect, you do have a lot of squad. For each and every position, I can boldly say Chelsea have more than three players or four players in every single position. But one thing they are always getting it wrong is they are mostly into business. They will bring in the players, nurture them, and when they are good for Chelsea to make good use of them, you know, to win trophies for them, then they will start giving them out. They will start selling them out. That has been like a hindrance from Chelsea winning the Premier League and winning other European League titles as well. This transfer, the league, you have a lot of games to play. Not only in the first this season, Chelsea had no other leagues to play aside the Premier League, and instead of you to maintain good players for them to probably fight for the title, you allow some players to go. Without bringing in, you know, the deficit is still there. That's one thing which has hindered, I think, Chelsea's success this season. But on the long run, they will bring in players. They will target some players because summer is coming. The season will end very soon, and you will see a lot of signings. You see a lot of a lot of news in the transfer markets, which I'll be glad if Chelsea can make some good purchase or make good use of the players there. But I think at the end of the season, Enzo Maresca will still be staying at Chelsea. That this is first season, so he probably stay
So Eddie, before you
for
move
more.
on, Faizan Sheikh. I remember Faizan Sheikh, my brother. How are you doing and what's going on? He's asking what's the next for Nottingham Forest game. I think Nottingham Forest next game is Arsenal, and they will be playing on Wednesday as well. We'll be moving to that. Faizan, let me know in the comment section how are you doing and how is everything going on for sure. So Eddie, you can continue.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Chelsea needs to be serious. Chelsea needs to be. Enzo Maresca came, he started the job very, very well, but now things are, you know, we don't see Cole Palmer, he's now silent. Nicola Jackson out, Nkuku, we don't see, you know. So now things are getting messy. So Chelsea needs to stand up.
Just need to stand out. Eddie, don't you think it's because of Nicholas Jackson absence that Cole Palmer is no longer performing? Because when he was there, we still look at the link up between these players. But now it looks like Nicolas Jackson absence. It makes Cole Palmer also not standing out of the game for Chelsea once again.
I won't say yes because Cole Palmer is such a good and a talented young player. When he gets the ball, he's serious with it. Anytime he gets the ball outside the 18 level, we see him much of the time trying to shoot. He normally shoots outside from the 18 yard box, and when he gets the chance in the 18 yard box, there's no chance he's missing. But with Nicholas Jackson, he will get like 4 or 5 chances, which he will be able to convert, I think, from two from the five.
Mhm.
So anytime he has this pair with Cole Palmer, but Cole Palmer as an individual player is excellent. He's best. So he needs to probably improve. Though you don't have to say since Nicholas Jackson is not there, he is silent. If one player is not there and you are silent, then that means the club won't go anywhere. The club won't go further. So if Nicholas Jackson is to be away for 3 months or to the end of the season, then that means Chelsea is no more proceeding. Should that be so?
Mhm.
No,
It should be
it
progression
shouldn't be
because
so. So the other players
Nicolas Jackson
need to
has
stand
his
up.
contract, and then Cole Palmer too has their contract
Yeah,
differently.
yes, of course. So all the players have to put in their maximum effort, their 100% effort.
So, the game that is actually here, well, you actually virtually touch everything about Chelsea, but Brighton, Bournemouth. Brighton is a team that is also looking forward to get into the top four. Bournemouth is also a team looking forward to get into the top four, and they've been so brilliant this season. Brighton, Bournemouth. What do you make up of that match as well? Before we move to the Wednesday Premier League fixtures.
That's one of the games you should watch out for, because the way Brighton handled, uh, how do you say it? Their, I think their previous game they played against which clubs? Uh, they scored like 4 goals to 0. Like Brighton won their last game like this weekend, 4 goals to 0,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but wait just a minute.
Continue. I'll get it for you.
Yeah, they played against Southampton, which they won
Mhm.
by 4 goals to 0. And Bournemouth also lost their game against Wolves in their home. And now it's going to be because you know Bournemouth to be very good, you know them to be good, they've done their best this season so far. So in their position is not that bad. And now Brighton also trying to pick up some points. So it's going to be a very, very tough game with their 4 goals win against Southampton and also Bournemouth they will try to probably come back into the game. We are going to see an interesting game, but there will be goals. There will be goals in the game. Yeah, that's one thing I can assure our fans that there will be goals in the game. But watch out, stay tuned. The predictions will be coming later this video.
Yeah, absolutely. The prediction will be coming later today as well, for sure. And so we are here and we are trying to make everything work perfectly for all of us. And remember, if you still just join us, remember to subscribe. Also, hey, share and also comment. Let's know your opinions going into these games as well. So for sure, things are really, really gonna be working in this midweek for sure. A lot of games coming up. Eddie, Wednesday, because the likes of Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa, I know that one will produce a lot of goals, and also Wolves Fulham. It's a tough games that match, because when it comes to this stage of the Premier League, probably this is how it has been happening. So all of them are really tough, but we need to check those important ones and probably those bigger fixtures and make it happen. Well, Eddie, the inform Everton is going away to the Brentford Community Sports Stadium to play against Brentford. What do you make up of that? Because Everton, they have been so formed under David Moyes. David Moyes is actually doing quite better in that aspect. So he has lifted the team from relegation zone into a comfortable position currently. He's
Yes,
such
you
a
are.
wonderful
Yes, you are
coach.
right. I think we have to give David Moyes his flowers. He has done, he has transformed Everton, to be one of the toughest side to play against. Before they were in the relegation zone, they were struggling. Things were not clicking for them. But within some short period, if you are playing against them, you should be very, very, very careful. Their last game was against Manchester United. In the elements of the game, 2 goals. It was just fortunate for United that we were able to equalize all the 2 goals to have a draw in the Goodison Park. And playing away in the midweek against uh, Brentford, who also had a very fantastic game this weekend. You know, Risa scoring, Mbomo also on the score sheet. All their squad, they are trying. They are all trying to get the goals. All the goals and the assists. It's going to be a very, very tough game. It's going to be. No. Bukayo Ducore will try to probably give Everton like some goals. He will try to strike again. But let's not forget Risa, you know, there for Brentford, and also Mbomo, so there for Brentford. These are one of the tactical guys
You for
in Brentford. One
oh
of the
you
top
can
strikers over there. Anytime they get the ball, they try to probably direct, get the goals, and it's going to be an interesting game. So let's keep an eyes on that game.
let's keep an eye on that game for sure, because that game is actually a master cracker of a game. And hey, I mean, Brentford Community Sports Stadium is also very difficult for teams to go there and make it happen. Welcome, Nana Kwame. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
joining in
guys.
for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
Always
you.
looking great, and he's taking my girlfriend away from me. When my girlfriend see his picture, said,
Why you
"What's
don't go
what?"
take your why you don't go take your girlfriend? You are supporting a Chelsea
Exactly.
fan fighting again against a Madrid
Exactly.
fan. A
It's
Madrid
because
fan.
of your team,
Why?
bro. It's because of your team. Change your team.
Really, really.
Go to Madrid, come for one set.
Ah,
Nana
ah.
Kwame, we've just
Yeah,
started with
man.
the Premier League for sure. There are a lot of games coming tomorrow and tomorrow next for sure. And then the Copa del Rey semi-finals are in there, where your interest is actually, because Madrid is still in there. And for sure,
Mm-hmm.
Premier League, we've just finished maybe the Tuesday on. We are into the Wednesday one. And hey, thanks for coming on board. How are you excited about these games actually happening this midweek? Because in football fans, we always like the interesting part. Then for midweek to have Premier League games and also those caps, league caps to actually go on, it means our week are going to be very short for us. How excited are you going into this midweek?
It's always an excitement to have so many packed games within a week. As football fans, we looked up to big matches every week. Because this is where we have our excitement to. This is our movie. This is our food. This is everything to us. So it's fun to have upcoming matches from Copa del Rey, from EPL. I was even surprised that we had EPL matches this week, because we just had one during the weekend. But uh, due to the new introduction of the new Champions League system, it's going to affect the restructuring of games, and some games will be packed and tight in that way. But regardless, football must go on. So we're always ready for the trails.
Always ready for the trails for sure. And hey, Eddie,
Actually,
Manchester United in Old Trafford is hosting Ipswich Town. This one there, I beg, I beg, I'm begging you, United. Eddie, you are a United fan. This one I'm begging. It's Ipswich Town in Old Trafford. Can they win this for us? Can United win this for us? Because you can get anything from Manchester United. Anything can come into United. But then this one, I'm begging them. I'm begging the players and also Ruben Amorim. Will they get this win for us?
all right. So if you've been paid, I think you can. It's a sure bet that Manchester United is going to win this game. It's a sure
Eddie,
bet.
Eddie,
Actually, if
Eddie,
you've been paid,
Eddie,
go and bet on this game. It's a straight
Eddie,
to it's straight to
Eddie,
Manchester
listen
United.
first before you continue. Listen first.
I'm listening.
Don't be talking from the heart. This one is we
No. How do you expect him not to talk from the heart? He's a Manchester
no
United fan. When you
no
ask him a question about
he's
his
a
team,
fan. He's a United fan,
Mm.
and I remember the last time out he was saying it was a sure win for Manchester United. I told you, Eddie, Everton are on form. He said no, they are going to win it.
Actually, the
Uh-huh.
last game I gave you over 1.5 in that game, and we saw like a 2-2 draw.
Just but you still
No,
say
I was
United
like,
will win,
listen, no, I was
but
like
then they should go for
the best for United was to be a draw, and we saw that because Everton, Everton, even their previous game they've been serious, they are trying to pick out points. United like losing anyhow, wasn't going to take it easy in the good same park.
Mhm. Okay, so let's go
It was even
continue.
lucky they even got like they led 2 goals to even get a point from the good same park. But this one played against Ipswich Town, which they don't even also know their left and right, you know.
Okay.
But United been a little bit serious in that game. We are picking out the 3 points. So it's a straight win for Manchester United, actually. I didn't wanted to give you the straight like the odds, but now I've given to you. So now
Nana Kwame, he's giving us the straight. He didn't want to give us that odds. United has been poor, to be frank. And when you parade the former coaches of United, for sure, even including Eric Ten Hag, I think Ruben Amorim is not doing quite well. Do you think it can change for the coach? Because the last
I
time
s-
in his press conference, he made mention that he's concerned about United position in the league than being sacked. So it means that it means something. Nana, what do you take up of that game? Because Ipswich Town is they can pull surprises, but at their home, I think they pull a lot of surprises because I remember United didn't win or they win 2-1 against them in Ipswich Town home. It was very difficult game. And it was 1-1. I can't quite remember, but I know they defeated Chelsea there. And I think United also had a draw or 2-1 win. I can't quite remember. It was such a difficult game for Manchester United. And now Old Trafford has not been Old Trafford for Manchester United lately because the likes of Fulham, the likes of a lot of teams goes there to get a point out there.
um Manchester United. Here we are again. Um, I've spoken about Manchester United in the sense that I don't see the reason why we should keep on blaming the coaches because we've had coaches come and go and we still have the same problem. So that's that tells us we should channel our energy to a different direction, which is most likely players, management. These are other areas I think we should direct our attention to because the coaches are coming and the coaches are going and we are not having improvement. And we can't sit here and see that the last five coaches of Manchester United, we don't have one, at least one of them, who we can say is a quality coach or is a good coach. So are we basically saying all five past Manchester United coaches are not good? No, we can't ultimately say that. So meaning the energy should be channeled somewhere. Coming up to the match, all the pressure is on Manchester United to perform. because they are expected to they are drawing closer and closer to the relegation area or zone. So all pressure is on Manchester United. Ipswich Town has nothing to lose. So they are also going to put their all in that game. That in that sense is going to make the game tough for Manchester United. But on paper, Manchester United should win. They should win that match. There is no bargaining in that game. They
Okay.
should win, and if they don't, it's yet another surprise from not a surprise. It's yet another day at Manchester United club.
Mhm. Mhm. That's so. You have just simplified everything for us right now, and we're looking forward to see what United can do in tomorrow's game as well. But these are the last three games on Wednesday in the Premier League for sure, because this is something that I'm still waiting to see what Arsenal can do against Nottingham Forest away from home, because they lost to West Ham United in the London Derby in their own home, Emirates Sports Stadium. And Nottingham Forest are in the third position of the league table. Arsenal is in the second position of the league table. This is a battle of battle, and this we might stay long in this. Eddie, do you think Mikel Arteta is capable of winning this game in Nottingham Forest home? Because Nottingham Forest this season are not go area for any club. They are dismantling every club they meet. And if they don't take time, they will even vie for the Premier League title. What do you make up of this game?
Arsenal is one of the club they can pull off like a surprise, whether good or bad. A surprise is a surprise. Being good or being bad at any point in time. And now going to play against Nottingham Forest, one of the solid sides in the Premier League, picking up the maximum points they can. It's likely they will be able to get a win or a draw against Arsenal, providing their tactics and their way of play. You know, the games that we expect Arsenal and Ateta to go in and win, they go in, they play defensively and offensively poor. But in this game, I'm expecting Arsenal to probably go in, try to pick up the points, make it a massive win. They can't lose against West Ham, and also lose against Nottingham like a true loss. That will be hard for Arsenal to in moving forward in challenging. I think Liverpool for the title. It's going to be difficult. It is a must win for Arsenal. It's a must win for Arsenal.
This must win for Arsenal. But Nana Kwame, we know the Arsenal has been lacking striker throughout this season. They actually refuse to buy a striker. That's how I want to put it. Because in the summer transfer, they had the opportunity to buy a striker. They said no. They have Gabriel Jesus, they have Kai Havertz, and then when even some of them were even adding Nketiah to the show. Nketiah left the club. They couldn't buy a striker in the summer. And in the January transfer window, they had the opportunity to buy a striker. They still said no. They didn't go for a striker. I only saw them going in for Watkins in Aston Villa. Yeah? Or is it Aston? No. Is it Aston Villa? Watkins. Yeah.
Well, Vasquez,
So
Aston Villa, yeah.
yes. So the club refused to actually release Watkins to them because Watkins is valuable to their project. So if they allow Watkins to go, and from then they didn't even go for any striker. And right now it looks like Kai Havertz is out. Gabriel Jesus is out. The last match they were using Raheem Sterling as a striker, or Raheem Sterling as number 10, and who was striking? I can't quite remember. Do you think Nottingham Forest, with the power and then the resources at their disposal at home, is Mikel Arteta capable of winning against Nuno Desperitos Santo?
I think the problem of Arsenal is clear for everyone to see. The pundits, sports analysts, commentators, all as all stakeholders of football can clearly see what Arsenal is lacking. But it's unfortunate Arsenal is turning a blind eye to their own problems, which is right in front of their face. Arsenal Arsenal urgently needs a striker, and it is clear in their football this is what they need. When they have one, they are going to make the extra step in competing for the EPL and other titles. So since they are looking turning blind eye to this need or this thing they really need, it's going to show up in matches that you expect Arsenal to win, score goals, dominate. They might dominate, but the goals might not come, and they might have chances where situations where they slack and they concede goals, and they don't have striker to they can't score and come back into games as they have to. So it always makes their games sketchy and not easy to predict, especially when they come up against big teams in other tough opponents in the EPL. Just as in the light of Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is rising and upcoming. I watched their match against Newcastle. They started really well, but Newcastle proved them. That match was it was that was the that match was the definition of an open game. You get the ball, do what you can do with it. If you don't make use of it, I also get the ball. I also prove
And
what I can do. So that was basically that game, how it went about, and it was one of the best games I've watched so far this season in the Premier League. To be
four
honest,
goals to three trailer.
yeah, exactly. It was a nice game to watch. So that tells you the attacking threat that um, Nottingham Forest can pose. They have the striker, which Arsenal is lacking, and their striker is on form. Chris Wood is magnificent this season. So if this game is going to be a game of chances, if you waste your chances, I make mine, then I'm winning the game. So that is what it's going to be about. There's not going to be a situation where one person will be pinned to the post for long. It's going to be a play and let me play and let me play, basically an open match. Unless otherwise, maybe a red card or something to change the game. But that is how I see that match coming up.
But their last game, Arsenal last game, we saw like they had a red card in the game, probably a typical of a game that we all know that it was like a clear win for Arsenal. But then you look at West Ham defense, the way they defended after scoring that goal, they defended every point of the game to actually get that three valuable points from Arsenal. And Nottingham Forest for them, when you sit, they are coming. When you attack, they are coming. They have wingers who are so quick. And Arsenal, this currently, I'm not sure because with the likes of Mikel Arteta, the kind of formation, the kind of tactics sometimes he put out there, I don't understand. Even individual players selection, sometimes I don't understand why he usually make his decisions. But then I think for the couple of games, it has been poor on the Arsenal part. So I don't know how he could actually do to come back into this game because this win is very important. If they fail to win this game, then it means that Arsenal should be packing their luggages to go back home or be in their house because the league title is no go area for them any longer. But then let's still hope because Premier League is still Premier League. As we are talking about Liverpool, anything can still happen with Liverpool. So the next game, actually, Tottenham Manchester City. City who just got a defeat against
Liverpool.
Liverpool in Etihad Sports Stadium. What did Manchester City what is Manchester City and Pep Guardiola actually did wrong? First of all, you give him Real Madrid, he could not. You after Real Madrid now you give him Liverpool, he could not. Now Tottenham in the Tottenham Sports Stadium. Eddie, this one, I don't know. I don't know what Pep and his Manchester City team are actually thinking right now. Maybe he would think the world of football are against them right now. But in either case, they have to play this game. What do you make up of that kind of fixture and also in going into that game?
Sometimes your futures won't
No,
f-
continue.
sometimes your futures, won't favor you. But trust them, you have to play the games, you have to go in to make it a win for yourself and for the boys. It hasn't been so good for Manchester City. Not only with these three features, but beginning of the season we saw them. When they had even the chance to pick out some important points, they dropped them. So it's not about them losing against Real Madrid, them losing against Liverpool, and also to play against Manchester Tottenham. I think this midweek. It is what it is. They can still go ahead and make it a win. They can still go ahead and win against Tottenham. Tottenham is one of the side, although they won against them huge in the first leg. But the second leg, it can be something different. Since things can turn around, Pep Guardiola and his boys can turn things around to make it like a huge win, like a comeback. So things are still open. With Tottenham, if any club is playing against Tottenham, I'm not all that worried because I know Tottenham what they can also do. They can lose the game easily. So it's going to be an open game with Savinho also in the Mamouche over there, Haaland also there, Foden. Although
Yeah,
we've not seen so much of Haaland, but he's still over 17 goals or 17 or 19 goals if I'm not mistaken. Let me say 19 because Isaac has 19 and now he's also there. And Salah with almost 25 goals. So Salah on any good day can get a goal. Foden also now picking up some goals for Manchester City. He can also pull out some surprise. So there are a lot of things we can consider in this game, but it's going to be an interesting game.
It's gonna be an interesting game for sure because this game, I don't know. Postecoglou, actually, there was a lot of injuries to his side. The likes of Madison came back, and then they got a massive win against which team was that? Was that
Manchester
Manchester
United.
United? Yes. And then it was the only goal in Old Trafford that Madison scored. And when you look at his previous performance, Madison has been an instrumental part in Postecoglou structure this season. But for him to come back and then make that massive changes as Tottenham lost their previous games, like they were just losing like something. But then winning against Manchester United and also last weekend also winning their game as well and going into this game. Nana, it's a fire for fire. Do you think Postecoglou and then Pep Guardiola who could actually go in and make it happen? Now, but remember, Pep and City is not all that bad because they catch Newcastle United in Etihad Sports Stadium, wallop them 4-0, and now it was Liverpool was too strong, Madrid was too strong. We knew it, but then Tottenham, who also coming out of crisis, ah, I think it's a bit of a tough game for them. What do you make out of that?
yeah, I agree. It's going to be a tough game. We know what Tottenham can do when they are on form or when they are having a good day. They can show up and perform. And as my brother earlier said, when they go when things go wrong, it also goes also like worse for them. So that is how the game is going to look like. If Tottenham comes into the game and things don't work for them, City would punish them. And the same way otherwise, if City is not doesn't learn from the performances they put up in against Real Madrid and Liverpool, then it's also going to be another nightmare for Pep Guardiola. So we should look out for an interesting game, and I think there will be goals. There will be goals in this upcoming match.
So there will be goals in these upcoming matches. So let's see. For me, we are still there. Let's see how this is gonna work out for sure. And then the next game, for me, City is rather a bit unfortunate for Manchester City because uh, really I just feel like they can still do something with the caliber of players they have, and things are still not working for them. I still baffle myself. Maybe Pep Guardiola with his issues maybe is affecting him that much for sure. But let's see how this could work out because I still believe that this game it's 50-50 game for either side. But then Tottenham playing at home, they remember they are the one of the exciting teams to watch out in this season, even though they are not winning. But they are the excited teams to watch out this season. But then for Pep Guardiola to is going to Tottenham first of all, it's been difficult for Manchester City. That one is a fact. It was only last season or was it this season they went there and win their game. I don't know. I think maybe last season. So now today, let's see what is going to happen tomorrow because they are still massive architect in the Premier League for sure. And this one is a clash of a clash. Liverpool, the unstoppable Liverpool, they have been like a team that has no issues this season. 100%, always 100%, even in Champions League, 100%. But Newcastle United, probably sometimes you expect them to pull the magic. Sometimes they just don't. You don't just see what they are doing. Sometimes you see the class in them. But then they are facing almighty Liverpool in Anfield. Eddie, Liverpool in Anfield so far this season, I think they only lost 2 games or 1 game over there. What do you make up of that game?
Newcastle going to Anfield is going to be a very, very long day for them. Now the boys are very hungry with them winning even against Liverpool, Manchester City. Now they have the hope, and now they know with this 11 gap intervals that they stand a chance, like 99% chance of winning the title. So it's not going to be like they will play in Anfield and give out away just like that, or give out points just like that. They will play all their heart out to win this game. So this game is going to be an interesting game. How do you call it? Newcastle will try to probably give a tough game because let's cast our minds back in their previous game. They were down by a goal, you know, but they came back in the first half to give a quick response, by 4 goals to 1 against Nottingham Forest. So it was later Nottingham Forest came back into the game to also make it like a 4-3 win against them. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a very, very tough game. But Salah, still any day, any moment to score or to assist. So it's going to be a very tough game, interesting game. But Liverpool will pick up all the 3 points, no matter what.
I'm sure Liverpool will pick up all the 3 points.
Yeah, Liverpool to pick up all 3 points, no matter what. Mm.
Nana, Liverpool, Newcastle United.
It's another hot game ahead of us. We've been lucky to have some tough matches or exciting games come up within in a couple of weeks now, and yeah, that is what the football is blessing us with recently. Liverpool Newcastle. Um, it's hard to tell, to be honest with you. I can't sit here and tell you Liverpool is going to go through easily. I think after the qualification or of Newcastle, I remember we made an after match discussion and I said Newcastle are going to show up. Liverpool is also going to show up, but we shouldn't sleep on Newcastle. Newcastle can pull surprises in such competitions. So I don't see it an easy match for Liverpool, and it is going to be a tough match to decide. It is going to be, from my point of view, to be tough to decide. I think any surprise can come out of that match. Any of the two is a 50-50 chance for any of the two teams. So let's be ready for an exciting match.
Let's be ready for an exciting match for sure because Liverpool are so good this season, defensively, midfield wise, offensively. Mohamed Salah leading the score sheet in Premier League, and Dominic Soboslai actually dominating in midfield games. Wow. And not to talk of defensive Van Dijk controlling everything. So in every area, Liverpool is actually dominating. And I think Arne Slot is very, very lucky to have had a team like Liverpool. Maybe their own issues will come maybe later this season or maybe next
Yeah,
season. Anything can still
the,
happen.
the secret for Liverpool this season is healthy players and also a strong substitute. Strong bench players. They have a good number of players who anyone that is called upon is going to perform or gives is of high quality. Let me say it that way. So the player has the coach has more options to work with every single game, and their play most of their players are healthy this season. So health health has been the top. I would say the top secret for Liverpool this season because all their most of the time their players are available and they are able to balance bench some time management. It has really worked well for them. So it's their time to shine. So let's give it up for them.
It's their time to shine. So let's give it out for them. Absolutely. Because this is just so massive for sure. Now, moving in for sure, we have Copa del Rey semi-finals actually happening. Or Copa del Rey, yeah. Or Copa del Rey, whatever it is. Yeah. So, and semi-finals happening tomorrow as, I don't know, it's gonna be exciting. The exciting of exciting. I don't even know which one to watch tomorrow, which one to bring live tomorrow. But then for Barcelona to face Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid has been preparing. Then the coach actually said they are preparing like seriously to face Barcelona and Real Madrid, both in the Copa del Rey and also in Champions League. But they are not afraid of whatever is coming. This game is a game of throne. Eddie, ATM,
It's going to be
Barcelona.
an it's going to be an interesting game and also a tough game. You know, let's put aside the Copa del Rey that these two clubs are meeting. If you are checking the La Liga table, Barcelona, Real Madrid with the same points, just a goals differentiating these two clubs. And the next one on the table, I think the third position is for Atletico Madrid. You know, so they are all, and the points is not all that wide. So that tells us they are all doing very very well in their games. Trying whether home or away, they are all doing fantastically well. And now for these two clubs to meet, it's a Copa del Rey semi-finals. I don't know whether they're going to play like two legs or one leg. If it's one leg, then definitely it's going to be there's going to be a match so intense that if you lose, that means you are not proceeding to the next stage of the competition, right? So it's going to be very very interesting game. But Atletico Madrid is going to give Barcelona a very very tough game. I stand the chance of Atletico Madrid than Barcelona. Yeah.
Nana, do you have the
Um,
same view with Eddie?
um, uh, you know, I don't know what is with the Barca, offside trap system, which they are so strong on this season, and it's been working so far. For whatever reason, it's been working so far. They've played against Madrid
Because
twice and
yeah,
still
because they
beat
are
Madrid
playing
with
very
this
high lines.
exactly. And they are perfecting, they are working on it so much that they always get players into offside trap. It's difficult to beat the high line defense strategy. For me, looking, when you sit as a viewer, whether from television or on the stadium, it looks like this should be easy to break. You know, this looks like it looks like a game for me. I can make a player make a run and easily, throw the ball, but it doesn't seem that easy on the pitch because the view of the players is totally different from that of um those around or us watching on TV. It only takes players with good IQ and vision to beat such type of high line defense. So looking at Atletico Madrid, I don't see any player who is of that standard, that Toni Kroos standard, that De Bruyne standard. The closest I can recall is Rodrigo De Paul. He's good at throwing in some passes into the attacking field, but um, comparing the two tactics and the forms of both teams as of now, I see Barca. I only agree with my brother Eddie. I see Barca uh, beating Atletico Madrid at the end of the day, whether it be in extra time, penalties. At the end of the day, I think I see Barca going through, and I am predicting or I'm foreseeing an El Clasico final.
It's foreseen an El Clasico finals for sure. And look, with this game, I bet you or not, like for instance, if Barcelona actually gonna play the high line, it's gonna be very very difficult for them in this game because Atletico Madrid is a team that we typically know them for their counter attack and defensively very
Mhm.
reserved. They can compact their defensive area, neutralize Barcelona. But then
Mm-hmm.
the moment they get that counter, and Barcelona, when you give them that opportunity to play on your half yard, they over enjoy. Sometimes that's why you see some games you don't expect them to lose it, then they lose it because at a
Yeah,
point they use the
that's
touch
true.
line, the middle line to actually set their offside trap because they just want
That's true.
majority of the ball to play on your half yard. And that way they
That's
have
true.
that opportunity. That's a Hansen Flick system. That's the system he has been using since even when he was in Bayern. But then if you
Yeah,
get a team that has their capability to counter attack, play long balls, and then run behind defenders, probably is going to be very, very difficult for you. And that's why every time they are playing, me, I term it as high risky tactics, but it's also higher dividends tactics because when it's going to pay off, it pays off easily for you. But when you are going to flop, you flop totally. And for me, I think it's anyone's game, depending on the tactics that they can bring out. Maybe Simeone might actually say, okay, this kind of tactics, I don't need to defend them, I need to run behind. And that's where the offside tracks have been catching individuals. You just allow them to enjoy the possession at your half yard. They don't see when the counter is coming. And that's what, what's the name? The Portuguese team, I forgot the,
Sporting,
eh?
Benfica.
Sporting, Benfica.
Benfica actually used against Barcelona, and then that game was very, very tough for them in Portugal. So for me, I think
Yeah.
it's anyone's game, depending on the tactics that Simeone decide to play against Barcelona. And for sure, it is not the only Copa del Rey coming up, and this is what Nana Kwame has been waiting for quite a long, 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 long time. I knew that you have been waiting for this one, and for me, I will give it to you right now with a passion for sure because Real Madrid is still in that competition for sure, and it's going to be debut on Wednesday. Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid playing away from home in these semi-finals. Nana Kwame, I'm going to start with you because you are the enthusiast. You are the big fan of Real Madrid. And with this current form of Real Madrid, because I think I bet you after eliminating Manchester City in the Champions League, it has been all about Mbappe, Vinicius, Luka Modric, what have you. And the defenders are back. And the last game, Madrid even had a clean sheet on top of it all. What do you make up of that game? It's a derby for you, and I know Real Sociedad is not that a big derby, but this league cup, if you are not actually careful, your opponent might defeat you. What do you make up of the game?
Um, I don't see this game even close because the Real Sociedad of last season or last 2 seasons is not the same Real Sociedad I'm seeing I believe Madrid is going to win comfortably. Yeah, there are there will be moments in the games that Real Sociedad might, try to prove something, but at the end of the day, I see it as a walkover for Real Madrid. With our defense looking more structured, players playing in their right positions, it's has improved our defensive work so much more. And having Jude Bellingham back into the team for Copa del Rey is also another boost for our team. So I foresee an easy win against Real Sociedad. Not just easy, but a comfortable win.
Eddie, a comfortable win for Real Madrid. Do you have the same view on?
Well, now with this game, Real Madrid stand the chance of having this perception that if they win this game, they stand another chance of winning a trophy. That's the Copa del Rey, and it's going to be a very very interesting, a very very tough game because you saw their last. That was just yesterday. The game they showcased the way they played. With even look at Modric striking from like from behind the 18 yard was with these straight shots and everything. You know, Vinicius there, Mbappe also there. Although Jude has been absent for a couple of games now, due to the record here. But now in this game, I think Real Madrid stand a chance of winning that race that proceeding to the next stage. Yeah, so I will give Real Madrid yeah, my support and the win.
You also give Real Madrid your support and a win for sure. Guys, this is so fantastic and this is so unbelievable game for sure because this game is a master architect of a game and for sure Real Madrid is capable of winning it and they are capable of making it a brilliant architect for sure and winning this game stand a chance of winning another trophy like Eddie just said. And uh Nana, I don't know, somewhere in Italy, I think Italia or Italy Coppa
The Coppa
Italia
Italia.
quarterfinals is actually happening for sure. And I don't know what to say and I don't know what to do. Inter Milan versus Lazio.
Inter
Ah,
Lazio, yeah. Then Juve Empoli.
uh, Inter Lazio, Nana. Inter and Lazio.
Lazio is not informed this season, to be honest with you. So
Yeah?
I see Inter getting through. Yes, Lazio can pose threats, but
This is Sari Lazio. Not any Lazio you are looking about.
yes,
You know
yes,
Sari football.
I still stand on my point that Inter is going to win the match.
Okay, why?
Why? Because Lazio has not been performing well this season, and it's really proved itself in the league. So
Eddie, do you have the
So,
same view?
yeah, I also have the same view because we've been watching or monitoring the games of Lazio, and things are not clicking that good for them. And to play against Inter, who stand on the better side or the better has the better chance against Lazio, also playing at home, So things are going to be very, very scary for Lazio. But at the end of the day, as as we said, Inter to proceed, Inter to go through.
Inter to go through. Well, let's see what is going to happen because Lazio, for me, they can pull magic in this game because Inter, too, as you see, sometimes there are some games they are supposed to clinically break it down and they ended up making a decisions that are not actually informed. I remember the likes of Champions League. You see the decision the coach made at the end of the day, it didn't actually benefit the club. But let's see how this game is going to go because the local cups are always very, very, very difficult. And Juve Empoli on Wednesday. Nana,
Yeah.
Juve Empoli, Juventus Empoli.
Yeah, Juventus surely are expected to go through. On paper, they are no match. Empoli is no match for Juve, and Empoli unfortunately has also been having a bad season. They are close to relegation or within relegation zone, likely to fall out of the Italian league this season. So Juve should have a walkover over Empoli and qualify for the next stage.
Wow. Eddie. Renato Vega is in Juve and he has been performing massively, but in Chelsea, he was on bench. Do you think Juve will win
Yeah,
this against Empoli?
Juve stand a better chance of winning the game because Empoli is in the relegation zone on the 18th position and Juve uh, on the fourth position. So the gap is huge, and they will probably do everything to probably win the game. Playing the game also at home, there's no way Juventus is going to lose the game. It might be a tough game. This Italian side, they are always surprised. Not only in Italia, there in any game that we play, there is this surprises. There's a sense of winning, losing, or getting a draw. All these three options might happen, but Juventus stand on the better chance of winning, and I'll go in 100% straight in for Juventus.
100% straight win for Juve for sure. Let's see how this is gonna work out. And hey, we are still waiting to see how this could play out. But whatever be the case, it's been absolutely brilliant. And hey, remember if you just join us, still remember it's Ashili Sports. Welcome and also hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly welcome. Now we take you through to the news offline that are actually happening right now, and also some a little bit of transfers are actually popping up currently. And hey, Real Madrid set to unique what set to unique club record in Girona victory. Or Nana, that Girona victory unique club record in Girona victory. Do you know something about that? According to the story, let me go through the story, then probably you will get to know, maybe probably, because I didn't know their victory was a unique record from them. Real Madrid beat Girona 2-0 on Sunday evening. Goals from Luka Modric and Vinicius Jr. seal all 3 points. Los Blancos set unique club record in the process. So in the process, goals, yeah, so it's 2-1 win, send Madrid back. So the 2-1 win, which sent Madrid back to second in the La Liga standing, tied on points with leaders Barcelona, but behind head to head. As noted by Marca, the game was played with just one foul from Madrid. Never before have Los Blancos committed so few fouls. Lucas Vasquez was penalized in the 36th minute, but that was the only time Madrid were called up by the officials, who only blew the whistle for 7 fouls for Girona. Nana, are you impressed with this kind of record that
Impressed.
Madrid played
Mm.
the entire game, only one foul was committed.
Yeah, to do that, meaning you have to have control of the game, and that is what exactly Madrid had did in this match. And the exciting thing about it is we also had, some key players on the bench, and we still looked like uh, a top tier Madrid side in that match. The likes of uh, Valverde, we know how important this guy is. He plays every match, every single season. Last season, he played all La Liga matches. In fact, not just all competitions he featured. And this season, they gave him a chance to rest because this guy has been working hard. The likes of Bellingham on the sideline, the likes of Rudiger, other players, came in later in the game, and even with these changes, Madrid had dominance, also absolute control over this game, and that is what led to the chance that reduces your chances of having fouls or fouling the opponent because you are in possession of the ball, so they end up fouling you to get the ball from you. So that is basically how the game went on.
Mhm. So another Eddie, Barcelona suffered Lamine Yamal injury scare before Atletico Madrid semi-finals. Do you think in the absence of Lamine Yamal, Barcelona could actually go in and make it a master architect?
Talking of Lamine Yamal in this Barcelona news, this squad of Barcelona, he plays an important role with the football IQ this kid has. You know, he is always involving either scoring, assisting, giving out beautiful passes to Lewandowski, playing with our Rafinha, trying to connect with all the players on board. And now it's very, very critical for them. You are going to play a side who is also very, very good defensively. So you need such a player who will be able to connect, with your strikers, your midfielders, trying to link up with them, giving them a very, very intelligent games like boss, by giving them the assist or scoring, So that's why Barcelona is worried that he might not be part, But let's not just focus on that. He is still available, he's still available, just as it's not clear 50-50, but he is still part of the squad that will be called to play against Atletico de Madrid. Since being said, Lamine Yamal is a talented player, and if he's to get a chance to play in this game, it's going to be very, very good for Barcelona. Yeah.
But here is the case. There's injury concern about the player against Atletico de Madrid. So maybe he might not feature, or maybe they are just something scary actually getting. Maybe
Mhm.
he's someone who can still use it to play
Yeah, but
for
sometimes
sure.
they might put that in the media or into like on the internet that this player is a bit injured, but but it's not a chance of play. It's not that they put that to make the other opponent think that this player might not be available to play the game. Yeah, but sometimes they all know what's really really like really wrong. He might be available, but they will just put that in the media that he might not be available, but you pull up
Mhm.
in
Okay,
the lineup.
and yeah. So and also it's like the likes of we have Rasmus Højlund can offer more, but Manchester United aren't helping him. And according to the story, it's like Manchester United doesn't have time for such a player. They don't have time. Yeah, they don't have time for such player for sure. And Nana Kwame have something to do, so he has to excuse us, and then probably we can finish it up with the prediction as well. So this one, no cause for alarm. So let me bring it back to the one that we've been. Sorry, never. So Eddie, they said Rasmus Højlund can improve, but United is the problem. And according to the stories, like United doesn't have time for their strikers to actually, if they need quick, quick performance from the players, from the strikers, but it just looked like he's not actually giving them what they expected. And I saw a lot of flops on him with the striking area. Sometimes when he's supposed to hold balls, he's not able to hold ball. Sometimes when he gets the ball, when he's supposed to release and run, he's holding onto the ball. All these things are things that he still needs to learn a lot in order to transition very well into Amorim tactics. But it's like United doesn't have time. Will they finally allow him to go, or they will give him that time?
Now it all depends on Amorim. If Amorim entrusts in him that he should still be in the squad of him, he is there is nothing we the fans can say about it. But just that now things are not good for Manchester United. It doesn't matter who gets the ball. We allow Rashford to go, we allow Anthony to go. And now Anthony is doing very, very well with Real Betis. Even this their last game, he also had an assist. So it's like there's a whole lot surrounding Manchester United. The players will be in Manchester United, but they won't excel to their potentiality, but they will just move out. They will excel they will excel very well. So now we still don't know what is really a problem in Manchester United. Now Anthony is playing very good over there. Other players are doing very well on India, or like the clubs they are being loaned to. They will come back in United, and now things will still go to like the same thing in United. And you ask yourself, how can that be? How is that even supposed to be in the first place? So I think Hojbjerg, I trust him that he can still do better. He can still do better. The team has to put things together. They have to get information, put everything, practice everything. Tell him to always be there. Sometimes he will be there, but we won't see anyone running. So he has to hold the ball. Give the ball back to the midfielders. They will send it back. But if you have players, you hold the ball, players will be running. You release the ball, you also run for the ball again. Then that tactics will probably be useful. But if you hold the ball, no one is running. I say, what will you do with the ball? Definitely, you have to also release the ball. Then you dispossess the ball, then things will be like that. So, but I trust him. He's a good player. He's still a good player. He still has a lot to. He can still offer a lot to Manchester United.
He
Yeah.
still have a lot to offer for Manchester United. And what's up, guys? You know all how we do it. This is prediction time for sure. And hey, the winning team, we always give you these winning teams when games are coming on. And tomorrow, a lot of massive games are coming, and also tomorrow next. And what do? I have with me the master architect, the expert, and we are going to try our new tactics, our new analysis to see whether this will actually work on us during the midweek games. And for sure, if you just join us and you are new with me, it's Eddie. And hey, welcome to Ashili Sports. Subscribe, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Let's go. Eddie, a lot of games are coming tomorrow, and also predictions are here. What do you make up of? How excited are you going into this prediction?
Actually, I'm always excited when it comes to our fellow investors. I always have this policy that whenever we are watching the game, we need to spend our time to watch the game. We have to also make something out of it. We have to also make something small. Something to drink water, something to boost our morals. And our us have been like always on fire, back to back, running back to back to back to back. Our last weekend, all the five we gave out went through, and most of the predictions that we gave also went through. So it's either we are picking our best five, or we are going through the predictions we are giving. Anyways, we can make something good huge for yourself. Today, here also again to give you predictions for, I think, the midweek, the Coppa del Rey, the Coppa Italia, and all games coming across in Europe. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
just excited.
And remember, as Eddie said rightly, midweek or last weekend, the best five we give, all of them actually go through for sure. And hey, when you are watching, stay because the best five always come in the end of the video. And for sure, hey, let's go. Eddie,
So
Premier League excitement for sure, and Brighton take on Bournemouth.
it's going to be an interesting game, but I'm taking Brighton to win the game. Brighton to win the game against Bournemouth.
Brighton to win against Bournemouth. Crystal Palace hosting Aston Villa in the at home.
All
Crystal
right,
Palace versus
in
Aston
in,
Villa.
the, in this game, Aston Villa have been good. Crystal Palace too. They have their scoring their scoring rate or tally is impressive. Anytime they play, they try to get also a goal, register a goal in the game. In this game, I'm just going over 2.5.
Over
Total over
2.5.
2.5.
Wolves versus Fulham.
Fulham lost their last game. Wolves also won their last game, and in this game it's going to be interesting. Both sides haven't been that good. But our first half over 0.5, so we'll be expecting the goal in the first half. First 45 minutes over 0.5.
Then we have Chelsea versus Southampton.
A must win for Chelsea. That might be a comeback for Chelsea. Everton, they were still in the relegation zone. Things are not looking good for them. This is the advantage of Chelsea to also pick up the maximum 3 points from this Southampton side. Then I think Chelsea will pick things from this. So it's straight win for Chelsea.
Straight win for Chelsea. Brentford versus Everton.
Brentford, Everton with such impressive performance from their previous games, and Brentford also trying to. They've also been good, but am going for double chance for Brentford. Double chance for Brentford.
Double chance for Brentford. And we have Manchester United in Old Trafford against Ipswich Town. So United versus Ipswich.
This game is going to be a straight win for Manchester United. We must win this game. I'm not saying because I'm a United fan, but for the sake of our fellow investors, this straight win there will be huge odds for Manchester United. The odds will be huge, so we can include that into our odds. Then it will boost, I think, the odds. So United to win this game. United to win is a good option. Yeah.
Nottingham Forest host Arsenal. Nottingham Forest in the third position, Arsenal in the second position of the Premier League table.
Yeah, so the second playing against the third is going to be interesting. But at the end of the day, I see Arsenal winning the game. A slight win for Arsenal.
A slight win for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay. uh, we have Tottenham versus Manchester City. Tottenham
You
versus
know,
Manchester City.
the first game these two great clubs played, we witnessed over 4.5 in that game. By uh, Tottenham winning hugely against this Pep Guardiola side. And this particular game, let's go also for over 2.5. Let's go for over 2.5. Yeah.
Liverpool versus Newcastle
Newcastle.
United.
Newcastle trying to say Liverpool trying to win the title. They are not this time around, they are not playing to give out away points. And most of the point they're also playing in Anfield. It's going to be interesting, but it's going to be interesting. Newcastle will try their possible best, but at the end I see Liverpool winning the game. Straight win for Liverpool.
Still win for Liverpool. And Copa del Rey semi-finals. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid.
Gonna be interesting games. All these two sides, doing their best in the La Liga, and now to face each other in the I think Copa del Rey. I'll go for over 2.5. I'll go for over 2.5.
Over 2.5. And we have Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid. A derby in the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, it's going to be a Real Madrid day. Real Madrid will probably win the game to to proceed. Yeah, straight win for Real Madrid.
Coppa Italia quarterfinals. We have Inter Milan versus Lazio.
Inter on the top of the I think Italia Serie A, and Lazio not that good this season. I'm taking Inter straight win for Inter Milan.
Straight win for Inter Milan. We also have Juventus versus Empoli.
Yeah, Juventus on the better side. Straight win for Juventus. Empoli still in the relegation zone. You know, they will try to pull up something because for them to be at this stage, that means they are doing well. Although the league aspect is not going good for them, but they've been able to manage their ways to play the Coppa Italia in the quarterfinals. So they might pull out some surprises, but at the end of the day, I still take Juventus to win. I want Juventus to
Still
win.
want
So
Juventus still to win. We have German DFB Pokal quarterfinals. Arminia Bielefeld versus Werder Bremen.
I'm taking Werder Bremen to win the game.
Werder Bremen to win the game. And also we have RB Leipzig versus Wolfsburg.
It's going to be an interesting game, but I'm going for let's go for 1.5 in this particular game.
Okay, over 1.5 in this particular game, and for sure, guys, this take us to the predictions for sure. And now Eddie will be giving us his best five for sure, because we all know after Everton, hey, best five is always important. And for sure, whoever the cap fit, let us know and let us know how things are really gonna be happening. And uh, Eddie, the best five last weekend, our best five actually went through in the weekend, but unfortunately we didn't make money out of it. But then the rest who make actually talked about it for sure. And this best five is something that we always give at the end of the shift. And for sure, Eddie will give us his best five, then we move.
All right, so my first slot is going to be for Liverpool versus Newcastle. Straight in for
Wait,
Liverpool.
I'm hearing feedback. Nana, I'm hearing feedback from my side. Is
It's now okay.
yeah, it's now okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first slot is going to be the game for Liverpool, Newcastle. Straight in for Liverpool. Second slot, Tottenham versus Manchester City. Their first leg, there were a huge margin of goals. So this time around, we are expecting over 2.5 in that game. The third slot is going to be the game Manchester United versus Ipswich Town. It has to be a must win for Manchester United. Straight in for Man U. Fourth slot, Barca Atletico Madrid. That's also over 2.5. And Real Madrid. Then the last game is also good. The last slot, one, two, three, four. Okay, the last slot is going to be for Real Madrid. Yeah, it's Real Madrid, straight in for Real Madrid.
Straight win for Real Madrid for sure.
And also, I think Juve 2 is also a good also Juve to win. So this time around, let's make it, I think, 6. Yeah,
Okay,
that's plus
so
or
yeah,
minus one.
that's an
So
yeah, it's
yeah,
six kind of, so six. We actually, instead of best five, we are making it best six today. So Juve as well to win, straight win for Juve, right?
yeah, straight in for Juve.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, that take us to the end of the session for sure. And hey, if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, your opinions are highly welcome. Comment in the comment section, or comment down in the comment section, whichever way it is, who is going to win tomorrow's game, or are you winning with the best we are given, with the bets we are given, or you are just watching without betting. Let us know in the comment section for sure. If you are winning, we have a lot of strategies that we are taking for sure, and today's strategy is totally different from last week's strategy. Last week it was a new strategy and everything came through, and this week again we are giving you different strategy. You are not paying for anything, so don't expect us to be responsible for anything as well. And hey, if you just join us, still remember it's Ashili Sports. Welcome, and we'll see you in the next video. Without much. Ciao.
Ciao.